Coming to you live from the RMIT studios in the heart of Melbourne, the city that thought 3 a.m. on Sunday was so good it did it twice. It's Studio A with Dave Thornton. On tonight's show, Mike Wilmot, Randy the Puppet, the Skirt Network's Loose Ands and Kelly Fastuca, comedy from Carl Chandler, and music from I=IT. And regular guest, Jess Harris. Yeah!
It's always really interesting because a lot of people ask me, like, you know, how's Channel 31 going? How's the show? And a lot of the times I go, you know what? I think we're getting to a point where we're so professional, people wouldn't even recognise the difference between us and commercial television. And then shit like that happens. Guys, unfortunately, Oliver got some plastic surgery, so he looks exactly like Carl Chandler. But I think he needed a good introduction because we had a couple of glitches, so I think Carl deserves a round of applause. Guys, good stuff. Good stuff. Now, obviously, what actually happened, we had a couple of stuff-ups. I should initially say to all the people there in TV land, thanks for checking in here at Studio A. This last minute that passed, you must think, yeah, I made the right decision. But, but guys, there's been a couple of stuff-ups because things have been going crazy because, let's face it, we got the stimulus package this week and most of us just got that $900 and didn't do any work. So, did anyone here, by any chance, get the stimulus package? Anyone? Yeah. You're one guy. One guy and the rest of us going, well, it's your drinks. So, cough it up. I suppose if any of you did get the stimulus package, I don't think you'd be sitting here at a free show. You'd be probably sitting at Gold Class just going, boom, caviar again. But it's true, this is possibly the best week of my life because I got the stimulus package and I also got an hour back thanks to daylight savings, which is it's a sweet combo because but it is also dangerous because, I mean, to me, I can only off the top of my head think of one thing that costs $900 for an hour, and yeah, I had to get a medical check afterwards. But I was talking about prostitution. Anyway, this week, though, obviously, it was also April Fool's Day, one of the goddamn best days that you'll ever find in the calendar, and it seemed that people all had a little input last week on April Fool's Day. I don't know if you guys heard these a couple of reports. The Guardian in the UK came out. Now, they've been printing their newspaper for 188 years, and they came out with a press release to say that they were giving up on ink and paper, and from now on, they were just going to publish on Twitter. I think that's brilliant. They've just cut down what could possibly be thousands of words just into headlines with stuff like, oh my God, WW3 about to explode, impending world death. Sad face. I reckon that's awesome. But Lindsay Lohan going to rehab. Ruffle. And it was also pretty good locally. There was, in Melbourne, they actually come out with a really cool one. Tim Holding, who's the actual tourism minister, he came out saying that we were going to get the running of the bulls off Pamplona. It seemed that yes. There's another person just showing me something off the side, just going, more technical difficulties. I'm like, this show's going great at the moment. But Tim Holding has come out and he's talking about that we're going to get the running of the bulls. And he said the contract's run out from Pamplona, so we're actually going to get him to run all the way through Melbourne, which I think is pretty sweet. Because, I mean, how else are you going to clear out all the emos and street performers? How good would it be to see those statue performers just there going, the bull's coming straight for me, but I don't want to break character. I think it'd be great. Everyone just running, just kind of going, oh God, the bull's coming, Oh, tram, boom. Get out. Okay, let's go. And in the crazy world, I'm going to finish on this one, on the crazy world of celebrity, it seems Jamie Oliver has just had a daughter. Have you guys, Jamie didn't have a daughter. That'd be front page news, wouldn't it? Come on, just one more push, bang. Ooh, lovely jubbly, we got a new human. No, it seems he's got a new daughter, and keeping in trend with obviously some of the other Hollywood stars, he's decided to go with a different name. And Jamie Oliver's new daughter is now called Petal Blossom Rainbow. Yeah, that's the first ever person whose name can come out that you can spell with Windings. Good on you, Jamie. But guys, we've got a good show for you guys on tonight. We've got Mike Wilmot, who no doubt at this point in time is in the green room thinking, thank God I'm going to come on this show. And we've also got Randy the Puppet's going to be getting up here. He's been performing at the Melbourne Comedy Festival. He's going to have a bit of a laugh with us. Lou Sands and Kelly Festuca also going to be on the show. We've got comedy from Carl Chandler, and we've got regular guest Jess Harris, who will obviously be on. We'll be finishing off with the music from I=IT. And now, as we all do every week, guys, give a massive round of applause for the Studio A band. Now, as I was just mentioning, dropping on all of y'all, the Australian government, it was actually on the 1st of April, so you guys should have got your cash, has been handing out the next stage of the stimulus package. Evidently, up to $900 will be going to taxpayers who have earned less than $100,000 last financial year. I pretty much luckily think that most of the comics and people who contribute on this and the university students just slid under that amount. Personally, I think it's great getting money from the government, in these uncertain economic times. There's plenty of handouts, obviously, from the new stimulus package to the baby bonus, to the new homeowners grant. Oh, yeah. While I think of it, if the Australian Tax Office is watching, my accountant said that I'm now a mother of octuplets who has just built my own 60-room apartment. Cha-ching. But things, however, have changed around here since our bank accounts have become a little bit more rotund. Isn't that right, Tommy?
Yes, it is, Dave. I, for one, I'm going to be using my Stimmy package to buy myself, I'm going to achieve a childhood dream, and that is to buy myself a pet monkey. Now, half the money is going to go towards buying the monkey. The other half will be used for essentials such as training and a wardrobe full of funny hats for him. And I've got to say, having a pet monkey on the show is really going to change things up around here. He'll be doing audience warm-up by riding around on a little tricycle. He'll be contributing jokes to the monologue, which means that there'll be more jokes about feces than ever before. And to be honest, we're probably all going to catch rabies at some stage.
Oh, that's not going to go too well. Now, we've also... I wonder if we got Oliver here by any chance? Oliver?
Well, thanks, Dave. As you can see from my attire and surroundings, I used my $900 to get me a trip to sunny Acapulco and lay on the beach and drink some of these cool penis coladas. But I got to tell you, it really only cost me $750, so I used the extra money to get myself a colonic irrigation, menthol flavoured, and I tell you what, it flushed me right out. I feel $1 million. And I tell you what, Dave, you'd never guess what came out. Look, I got my old watch back.
That's amazing. I wonder where that thing was. And how about you, Fox? What are you doing with the $900?
Well, as you know, Dave, I'm a bit of an animal lover, so whenever I get a bit of spare cash, it goes towards that. And this year I've decided on whales. I figure with the money I can get maybe 4 or 5 kilos of primo whale meat.
That's going to be nice. Also, Tommy Little, what are you thinking you're going to splash that 900 large on?
I actually lost my job due to the recession, Dave, but thanks to the stimulus package, at least I can watch daytime TV on a 30-inch plasma. Thanks, K-Rod.
That's living. And how about you, Carl Chandler?
Thanks, Dave. I'm going to pay Tommy Daslow $900 if he smashes an egg on his head. Twice. At some stage next week. Good rehearsal, though. Good hustle.
There you go. We'll be right after the break. We'll be back with Canadian comedian, good work, champ, Mike Wilmot and the lovely Jess Harris. Don't go away, you're watching Studio A. Welcome back to Studio A, where we've got a couple more glitches, but you've got to hang on to see where they are. Oh, no, wait. There they are. They're good upstairs in production, I can tell you that much, eh? They said, a 5-year-old will be fired up there. I said, I don't know. Who wins? And Now it's that time where one of our team members gets to display her uncanny ability to look into the future and see exactly what lays in store. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Here to shoot some truth lasers straight at your human faces. It's the incomparable Jess Harris.
Makes me sound a bit dangerous.
Oh yeah, dangerous and on the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't it? Hey, I didn't write the introductions as the other guys most of the time.
Oh, okay.
So the great thing is if it doesn't work, I can just blame it on them.
Exactly.
No.
Best way to go, pass the blame.
That's it. Looking great tonight.
Oh, thank you. Gone a bit disco.
Gone a bit gold too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here to predict the week ahead, tell everyone what's in store.
Yeah, nice one.
Yeah.
Well, as we do every week, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jess Harris with the week ahead.
Okay, predicting now the 6th to the 12th of April. Now, first of all, I'd just like to say that this week coming up looks amazing. Seriously, guys, if you could see what I see, it looks to be possibly the best week of the year. Now, I'm not going to elaborate too much as to why. Not because I don't know, it's just I don't really want to ruin the surprise. But get ready to have some fun. In Hollywood gossip, in an unlikely combination, we'll see Rosie O'Donnell, Philip Seymour Hoffman and Miley Cyrus combine forces to start filming a new sitcom. It's going to be a groundbreaking new concept. It's going to be based around a dysfunctional American family and their daily wacky journey through life. Certainly something we haven't seen before. While Holly Hunter, Fran Drescher and ex-Mad About You star Helen Hunt will not be chosen for the series, but they will all separately dine out with friends this week. In our health heads up, some bronzing salons that are feeling the economic pinch are going to start cutting corners with their tanning solution using a combination of wood stain, carrot juice and Worcestershire sauce. Now it will still give a sun-kissed look, but it will make your whole body break out in acne. In fashion fads and trends, a little fashion tip. While riding your bike is really cool, helmets must always be taken off before any conversing can take place. You should never be in too much of a rush that you're ordering your lunch while still wearing your stack hat. Also back in fashion is barbershop quartets, cement, but all things portable are well and truly out this week. Now, this week's handy tip. Tuesday is a great day to confront any enemies that you have, but looking to be a bad day to use any hot glue guns, nail guns or handguns. So be careful there. Also, another warning for this coming week. This week we'll see a lot of people receive the wrong change. Those shortchanged will verbally abuse the staff members for their miscalculation, but those undercharged will smile, thank the cashier and walk with a spring in their step. In world news, a Thai prison that has started running drama classes for its inmates will perform a stage adaptation of the popular film Look Who's Talking To. It'll be streamed live on the internet, receiving glowing reviews, so make sure to catch that one. And then just looking quickly now, next week in numbers, 89 people will fall in love with someone that is completely wrong for them. 3,000 packets of potato gems will be consumed all after 1 a.m. in late night booze binges. 345 friends will give embarrassing and degrading 21st speeches. And finally, as we always do, we'll look at our emotional forecast. Now, there is a huge self-indulgent cloud that's going to be hanging over us this long weekend. It will cause people to be only focused on themselves. Everyone will be talking over each other. No one will actually listen to anyone. So most people will end up just talking to themselves in the mirror. Best way to deal with that. That's the week ahead, Dave.
Thank you, Jess Harris.
I talk to the mirror anyway.
Don't you? Look who's talking to. I'm looking forward to that by Thai prison.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be good. Well, what I can see.
Yeah. I remember seeing those clips on YouTube, those guys all doing Thriller. You ever seen that?
I did see that, yeah.
That's interesting.
Not a big budget thing like that. This is going to be more stripped back, more raw about performances.
Oh, that's That's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Jess Harris of the week ahead. next guest coming up came all the way from Canada via the UK to join us tonight. He's a Barry Award winner for the most outstanding show at the Melbourne International Comedy Festival a few years back, and he's back to do it all again. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Mike Wilmot. Yeah, right. Take a seat, mate.
This is. I thought the Barry was the #1 thing in my life, but now that I'm here, ever since I won it, the phone hasn't stopped ringing. I have the Golden Beaver. It's a Canadian comedy award. I thought that was good.
Now?
No longer. No.
Oh.
It's the Barry, or the Benny, as I called it for a year, because it's always important to remember the name of the award if you win one. Because people don't take kindly to calling it the Billy or the Benny, or when you're trying to convince your friends it's an actual thing. I phoned my buddy Derek. I've won the Barry, and he's like, "Will you come home with some form of proof?" When you come from Canada and you win something in Australia, it's very much like I've won the Golden Coconut at the Borneo Comedy Festival. So, not calling your country a joke. I mean, as I'm a Canadian, and I've done these kind of shows before. Cheap ones that the unemployable like to come down. And I did a wonderful show that is probably cheaper than this one in London years ago. And rather than an audience, we got the homeless in. And every so often you'd hear a scream from the back, "I've been promised drink!" So,
don't mention it because we couldn't get drink for these guys.
I know.
So.
I had to go across the street to the pub because I didn't know I was doing this show. I'm glad I ironed. Who's actually watching this show? I'm in a hotel here, and I don't think we have this channel. Is this actually a show? I have a feeling that somewhere there's just one guy with a monitor watching this show, a rich Arab. Ha, ha, ha. Look at them, they think they're doing television. Did the lights just turn up, or I think I had an aneurysm? Isn't it your turn to put some humor in this? Are we at the 7 mark yet?
I know.
I'm supposed to be at a party.
You'd be surprised how many people have said that after an interview.
Can we zoom in on this patchwork? I mean, can we get in there? I know shoddy workmanship. Someone died. Then they put the patch up. Some electrical cable grabbed some poor bastard like you and sucked you into the desk. Okay, I went too far on that one. So, how you doing?
Good. It's now. Would you like to talk about the show? We can talk about.
No. I've had enough with comedy, really. I want to talk about serious stuff now, stuff that's affecting all of us. Porcelain.
We can't afford that.
Yeah, and I think it should go back to the masses, because porcelain, and by the way, I have no idea where I'm going to end up with this. My father actually took me to a porcelain museum in lieu of Disney World. We were actually driving through Pennsylvania, and he went, if we continue on, we'll go to Disney World, but if we take an immediate right, we're going to go to Corning, New York, where Corningware is made. And we actually went to the Corningware Museum as something fun. He thought it would be fun for his child to go where they make pots. And he said to me, he goes, this is the world's biggest bit of Corningware. And it was a giant piece, much bigger than you'd use in your microwave. And then there was a very small bit of Corningware. And he looked at me and went, see? And you wanted to go to Disney World. These aren't jokes. I'm trying to be like we're all friends. What?
They have giant teacups at Disney World. I mean, you could.
Yes, they do.
Step up crockery.
I was trying to skip over where you were going. They do have giant tea. Let's end it on that one. And they have giant teacups in Disney World. And there's probably some lonely housewife thrilled at that news.
That's my mum who's watching. So
Do you have one of those?
This is going well, Mum.
Teacup mums? I have a mum that collects the spoons.
Do you?
There's something very sad about an old woman that collects itty-bitty spoons. They look at all of them like, that's my life. 700 spoons. Every time your dad sexually disappointed me, I bought another spoon. And one day I'm gonna melt them down into a giant silver hammer and kill that lazy bastard eventually. An applause break. That was pretty cool.
Crockery and cutlery, that's what these people love. They just can't get enough of that. So if you're going to get any of that material in your show or anything...
No, this is all, I'm making this all up. This is all natural comedy. A lot of people like to work on things before they do a television show. And I said, no. I said, screw it. I don't know where I am. I've been drinking, so wing it. That's what I said. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm smashed. I would prefer next time I come on the show, if I'm ever lucky enough to be dragged out of my happy life to do this. I want to make a meal with you, like a talk show meal.
Yeah.
But like a shit one, like a boiled egg. That's 3 minutes right there. We could just watch it boil, and then that's our show. Because this is really stupid. This really is. And I love all of you for coming out. How did you find here? Do you have friends working on the show? Yeah, that's how most of you are here, right? Your cousin is running the camera.
Yeah, there's one guy whose ankle's just chained to the chair at this point in time. He's going, yes, I am.
Yeah, but no, go ahead.
I was going to say, if you want to see Mike Wilmot, he's on at the Hi-Fi at the 9:30 if you want to go check him out.
I don't want any of you. Because it costs money to go to my show. You wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like it. You'd have to pay. You'd have to leave your mom's basement. You don't stay where you are, you unemployable bastards. It's been great to be on your show.
I've had a good time not being able to put a word in edgeways, but it's been great having Mike Wilmot here, guys. We'll be right after the break with Randy the Puppet. See you in a tick. Welcome back to Studio A, and now some words from our very own Studio A sponsors. Over to you, Oliver.
Oh, thanks, Dave. Tonight's episode of Studio A is brought to you by chewing gum. Swallow it today and digest it in 2018. Roman numerals. If it wasn't for clocks or Rocky movies, we wouldn't have a job. And donkeys. When coveting thy neighbour's ass just isn't enough. Back to you, Dave.
Oh, he looks good over there. Thanks, Oliver. Our next guest tonight is perhaps best known for his work with comedian Sammy J, having toured extensively together, selling out shows and winning awards. You can catch him going solo at the Comedy Festival, Randy's Postcards from Purgatory. I'll try and get some questions into this guest this time. Let's see if it works both ways. Please make him welcome Randy the Puppet.
Yay, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Hey.
Nice to see you, Dave.
You too, Randy.
You are looking very well. I like you're very smooth in the facial region.
Yeah, and you're looking quite felty, which is appropriate.
Yes,
I like this.
It helps.
Randy, mate, it's good to have you on. We've wanted to get you on here for a while.
Oh, I've been hanging. I've been hankering for the phone call. It's nice to get the call, folks.
Yeah, because, I mean, you've been doing this, you've been in the showbiz how long now?
Oh, well, in the industry itself, look, maybe 20, 30 years, really.
Yeah?
Can't you tell by my scrotal-like neck? Sort of haggard sort of neck.
It is frighteningly similar, I've got to tell you that much.
Yep.
Now, Randy, what are you doing now?
Very relaxed. I should do a bit of that.
Yeah, just lounge back, look nonchalant. Have you been drinking?
No. Yep, just a little bit out the back. They give you free piss in the green room, folks. It's amazing. Everyone thinks it's this real professional sort of thing, but that's why that last bloke was so hammered. They're just plying us with vodka in the dressing room. It's outrageous. Anyway, what are we talking about? Talk to me. Talk to me.
How's your wife?
Oh, I don't think we should talk about that. Let's talk about something else. That's not going quite so well, the whole wife thing.
Why?
So, well, is this really a forum for me to talk about my failing marriage? I don't know if that's an appropriate thing on television. It's gone to shit, folks! You happy?
What happens? She's seeing other felt, or is it?
No. Oh, look, I'm just not particularly good at that sort of thing.
Really?
The whole maintaining it. Well, look, I just tend to not ever really exist in the reality in which I live. I don't really inhabit the reality in which I exist, I sort of just float around, bob along, and don't really make an effort. This is getting really depressing now, isn't it? This is more like a therapy, isn't it?
It's getting
when I was 6, Dave, I had a dog that I sat on, and this.
What are you doing?
Save me!
What are you doing now?
Well, I'm doing a bit of comedy now. I'm doing a bit of comedy, but basically what I do during the days is I run a children's entertainment agency, right? I do kids' parties on the weekends. Would you trust me with your fucking kids? Probably not. Anyway, that's what I do for a job, and it's probably that. That's probably why my marriage has sort of gone to the dogs, is because I'm not really connecting with my wife because she wants kids and I freaking despise children. So just because I have to work with them all the time, and they're loud and they're sticky and they smell and they're like little drunks and they're just annoying little humans. They're useless. You've got to get bigger and do something exciting, and then I'll invite you around for tea.
Are you seriously going to entertain children? What do you do card tricks?
I do magic tricks and card tricks and sing songs and play games and then nip out to the car for an antidepressant and a ham sandwich. Then I go back and do it all again. Pretty much it, mate. Pretty much it. So, I'm tired and I'm a bit sort of at that point in my life where I don't really know what's going on. I'm looking back on everything, trying to figure out how I got here, how I ended up doing this, and it's mildly depressing.
This is...
Yeah! Give me a round of applause, folks! Yeah! Depression! Woo-hoo!
This is a real beyond blue crowd. Everyone just clapped you for being depressed.
Yeah,
that is great, isn't
fantastic. I just want to touch... Are you just so close? I just want to touch you on the knee.
This is...
Chat.
Yeah, to be honest with you, felt a little bit disturbing.
You're not into it?
Not... There'd be times in my teenage life I think I would have had an intimate relationship with some felt.
Come on.
Is this going to...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's nice.
That's beautiful.
Oh, look, it was a moment of Sesame Street.
It was a little Elmo, wasn't it?
Yeah. A bit like...
Hey, Ralph! Give me a hug!
Do you get along with it? Do you get along with Elmo?
Elmo, yeah, me and Elmo, we go way back. Little bastard.
Are you serious?
Elmo, yeah, shit, yeah. Mate, he is an out-of-controller, by the way. Everyone thinks Elmo's this really relaxed, calm little dude that just... all that sort of crap, but he is on the crack. He is just crack piping it up in his Winnebago, and he's nuts. Nuts of a man.
He's getting up to more than tickling by the sounds of things.
Seriously,
mate.
yeah.
Mate, have you got a show on I'm hearing at the Comedy Festival?
I do
right?
indeed, Dave. I do indeed. It's called Randy's Postcards from Purgatory.
Yep.
It's on at the Portland Hotel.
Nice.
Which is on the corner of Russell and Little Collins Streets.
And
it's reasonably priced and moderately entertaining.
And if people come down, at least, they can wash away some of that depression that you've been suffering for a while.
Exactly, yes. If they come down and buy tickets and then buy me a drink after the show, we'll be sweet, folks. We'll be sweet.
So, guys, if you want to go check him out, Randy will be performing. Oh, man. And doing a bit of rump shaking.
Out some moves.
Thanks, Randy. Give him a round of applause, guys.
Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Give us a handshake, Randy.
Good on you, Dave. Thanks very much, mate. Absolute pleasure.
After the break, we're going to chat with those Skirt Network girls, Lou Sands and Kelly Festuca, and delivering some of the chuckles is Gail Chandler. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Static Watchers. Next up are two members of the Skirt Network, a social network for female comedic performers. Please welcome Lou Sands and Kelly Festuca. Take a seat.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thanks for having us. It's so exciting.
Yeah, good. If you guys just want to talk the whole time, I'm sick of asking questions. So,
I know, but we thought this was your thing, so.
this is my thing. No. If you want to talk about cutlery and crockery, by all means, crack on.
I'm surprised we got out of the kitchen.
Wow.
This has gone bigoted, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
great.
good.
Wow, this is really comfortable.
No.
Yeah, this really works well again.
This is really good. I like
I'm glad. I know. I could have been an accountant. This is working. Guys, you said Skirt Network. Ooh, well, I said Skirt Network.
Jinx.
Yeah. Snap. Now, who instigated the Skirt Network?
Myself and Celia Piccola.
Ah.
Yeah.
And what is it?
It is a group for women that are interested in pursuing a career in comedy and also supporting comedy. So, we get together. We often drink beer, not tea. Look at that, insight into the industry. And together we produce each other's shows and help each other out and put on showcases for emerging women artists that are in comedy. So we've got, speaking of which, we've got one coming up tomorrow night. So
do you?
Yes, we do.
Well, before we talk about that, how long has it been going for? Yeah.
Just under 2 years.
Oh, no, 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years. And what kind of stuff? Because I know you've done you do a lot of programs, put a lot of performances on.
Yeah, we do. Like a little while ago, we had a newbies night where we basically just emailed out everywhere because we had so much of a demand for girls going, I really want to do it, but I don't know what to do. Like they've been writing for whoever knows or doing stuff shtick with their family for whoever knows how long. They just didn't know what to do, and so we just went, all right, come here. And I got some girls like people like Claire Hooper, Hannah Gadsby, got them involved to give them like a forum beforehand, and we just gave them 5 minutes with a microphone.
We got a pool table out, chucked a bit of cardboard on it, and made them stand up and do stand-up.
Are you serious? That's a little bit electric boogaloo. You've just put down some cardboard.
No, that's just the start of my career.
That's right. All Nations, wasn't it?
All Nations, yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Come on, that was a
There's been
hotbed
some
of
room,
activity.
Dave. Oh, there's been some rooms.
Oh, I know. We all do open mic rooms in places that you just shouldn't.
So we try to recreate that environment. So generally, guys at the back saying things like, get it up here.
Yeah.
Things
But I'm
like
the guy.
So but Jen, it doesn't really work. So we try and do character bits. Then she can see it.
Some people yell out just the stupidest things, don't they?
Yeah,
It was actually Oliver Clark told me a great gig that he did when a guy at the back just kind of went, look at you, why don't you get your cock out? And he was just like, what? And then he kept going, and then they went, oh, are you gay? And then I thought, did that change then from, was that first not an insult, just a proposition?
He was the one who wanted to see his penis in the first place.
Yeah,
What's going on?
I think that we can't discount how curious people are when it comes to comedy.
Yeah,
and really wanting to know more about us. Like, one guy said to me once, I'd have anal sex with you. And I went, that's great, thanks for that.
Did he, was that the first thing he did?
And I was on stage, so it was okay, but
Mum, that hasn't ever happened to me. Just to clarify that.
Yeah, wow.
No, it's fine. The worst thing that happened to me is someone walked into a door. When I was on stage, I just heard a big bang, and everyone, the whole audience went, huh? Because someone had walked into a door and fallen over. It was hilarious.
But the Skirt Network tries not to encourage that sort of behaviour.
Support them.
Yeah, we're trying to move away from it, so to speak. So tomorrow night, it won't be a bunch of people yelling out.
It'll be classy.
Inappropriate comments. It will be a very supportive and lovely environment.
Because tomorrow night you guys are on at Trades Hall.
Yes, we are.
It's going to be on there at 9:30, where there's going to be a showcase of female comedians that are going to be getting up. Some pretty good acts, I think, are getting up there. You've got an international act that we shan't mention their name, but they did do some good work last year at the Comedy Festival.
Really good work.
Really good work.
Like noted good work.
And for the people here,
Winning good work.
and for the people here that may be fans of Studio A or Oliver Clark, he's actually going to be.
He's
hosting tonight.
emceeing. We get him to MC quite a few of our little gigs and
He was a
stuff.
lady lover after all.
He is.
Yes.
Oliver, will you actually be there at the night, by any chance, Oliver? Is that right?
You better believe that's right, Dave.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm excited.
That's great, isn't it? Actually, I've heard rumours that he's actually having an affair with the Olsen twins. Is that right, Oliver?
You better believe that's right, Dave.
Which one? Which one, I want to know.
Which Olsen
We'd
twin?
be going both of them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and Ashley? Nice.
He would be. There's a lot of OC to go around, don't you worry
there
about
is
that.
quite a
It is
bit.
both of them, isn't it, Oliver?
You better believe that's right, Dave.
Oh, snap! Yeah, we were right. We should have backed that
This is
one.
so good.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Now, guys, just on the off chance that it's completely sold out and
Yep.
that no one can get in,
Yep.
and there's people hanging out of the windows, and they just say, you know what, I want to catch still a little bit of loose ends or Califastuca. Where can they catch you guys?
So tomorrow night trades 9:30.
But if that's sold out,
If that
then you
is
can
sold out-
come and see me tomorrow night at 9:45 until Saturday night at Trades Hall in Dearloo, or who is Priscilla Irving at the Town Hall in between 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock every night.
Or you could see me at 9:45 at Trades Hall in Give That, a telethon for kids without disabilities.
There you go, guys. Yeah, and now the great thing is if there's any guys in there and they will heckle, they try to be highbrow. Now they'll think, I can do better than those other guys. They are going to heckle, guys. Just do your best.
Try it.
That's all right, you know,
Yep.
but we've got Oliver, so we're okay.
Oliver, are you really going to be there? Is that actually true? Is that true?
You better believe that's right, Dave.
Oh, I can't get enough
I love
of that.
it.
That is really
Oh, I love it so
I know,
much.
it's so much, you just want to eat him up. Now, guys, why don't you thank Kelly and Lou for coming on the show. Thank you guys. So it's Keep Your Skirt On Trades Hall tomorrow night at 9:30. Now, next up is my favourite stand-up comic in the world. An all-round terrific person. Dag Nabbit, a great guy. And the writer of this introduction. Please welcome Studio A regular, Mr. Carl Chandler.
Yeah! Yes, thank you. My name is Carl. I don't know if you guys are like me. Whenever I'm in the cinema, sitting in the seat in the cinema, it always cements in the fact that I have absolutely no focus or concentration. Because it doesn't matter how good that movie is, it'll never be as interesting as someone walking in late. It could be the most spectacular plot twists or special effects. I'm like, screw that. There goes someone I don't know walking through a door. I did not see that coming. Some people say that imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. If that's true, then I think the photocopier is the most complimentary of all office equipment. Because sometimes it copies my stuff up to like 100 times, and I'm like, thanks, photocopier. You're much more positive than your friend the shredder. He thinks everything I do is rubbish. I'll get rid of that tag. I don't like the jam donut because I don't respect the jam donut because it's missing the one thing that makes something a donut. It's like, I'm a donut, but I don't have a hole. I got jam in my tummy. That's ridiculous. That's like a fireman saying, I'm a firefighter, but I don't fight fires. I got jam in my tummy. I like to take a sleeping pill with my coffee just to see who wins. Let them fight out in that belly of mine. I thought I was reading a pop-up book about moths. Turns out it was just an old book. I was watching a movie on TV. I was flicking through channels and I stopped on this one movie because on this scene there was these 4 pirates and they each had a wooden leg. And I was like, that would make a scary gang or a weird table. I have to confess I have a bit of a thing for English backpackers. It's called soap. I'm really worried about leaving my inner child alone with my dodgy inner uncle. Some people have psychologists. I'm a little bit different from that. I have a reverse psychologist. I tell him all my problems and he says, if things are so bad, why don't you kill yourself? And he gets up off his own couch, pays me $500 and tells me he hates my parents. I was reading a book about psychology by the famous Sigmund Freud. And in it, he says, there are no accidents. And I was like, wow. That means my grandma's been shitting her pants on purpose. That's an old woman desperate for attention. My friend gave me the recipe for humble pie, but I must have made it wrong because it was freaking awesome. whenever I make a pie, I find that it doubles as a pie chart. The name of that chart is what Carl is having for dinner, and 100% of it is pie. I was playing Monopoly with a friend of mine, and he said, how about this? How about we play with real money? I said, okay. He said, yeah, it'll make it more interesting if it's more realistic. Fine. Then he picked up a chance card, was sent straight to jail, and I raped him. Ta-da! And a quick hello to Mum and Dad in Anglesey tonight.
Good work, Carl Chandler. Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Thanks, Carl. Carl will be performing his show, festival show. Carl Chandler has 125 jokes. It's at 3 Degrees at QV in the city. So if you want to go, come check him out, guys. We'll be right after the break, but stick around. So we'll be back with music from I=It. Good work, Carl Chandler. Welcome back to Studio A. As we know, probably more so in this show, this is a live show, and everything you see here is live. Even when you see a rerun on another night, it's freaking live, all right? But in order to do that, we need an audience, and the audience were here tonight. They participated, they clapped, and they laughed, and we appreciate that. Did you enjoy it, guys? Yeah. Now, it's filmed right here in the heart of the city at RMIT. You know, like geographically, it's the centre. It's more like the kidney of the. It's not. You know where it is. But anyway, if you want to be here, we'd love for you to be a part of it. So just email us at studioa@rmitv.org, and we can see you here next week. Now, guys, give a round of applause and welcome back to the desk here, Randy the Puppet.
Unexpected return.
I know, mate.
How are you, man?
Yeah, it's still
good?
on.
Still
Yeah,
good? Nothing changed since
keeping
last time?
keeping it the real. No, I've got my pants off, but no one knows that.
Hey, whoa!
I know. See?
Can I touch again this time?
It does. Don't. It's like you're reading my dream diary.
It's crazy.
Yeah, dude, school holidays are coming up.
I hate school holidays. You talk to me about school holidays.
I'm not a massive fan, to be honest with you.
Well, because, see, I have to do kids' parties on school holidays because that's just what happens. Kids are just not at school, so I end up doing kids' parties all holidays.
Yeah.
It drives me insane, especially around Easter time. Oh my God, Easter, that chocolate, the kids, they're all pinging off their tiny noggins on sugar. It's nuts. They're all, it is. It's like a dance party from the early 90s. Just these kids. It's nuts. Except rather than grinding their teeth to the gums watching some doof peddling shyster playing other people's music, they're watching me make a dick out of myself doing magic tricks. Oh, look, kids. Wow.
It's
Are you with me, folks? Yeah.
That's what we're going to be doing after this. But
Yeah.
this is what I love though with kids. So my mum works at a high school.
Yep.
And she actually teaches sexual health.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is nice. Mum's watching.
Yeah.
And I know. You know how you get to that point where no one ever believes that their parents ever had sex, but my mum's gotten to the point where she thought she was so good at it, she'd teach others. I know. And get this, because she gets all the kids, she teaches sexual health to grade 5s and 6s. So she teaches them all those little bits and
5s
pieces.
and 6s?
Yeah, they start them early. I'm from Geelong. Hey,
yeah, right.
And,
fair enough. Not much else to do there, really, is there?
That's it. And we were there, and she teaches them all the things, but then at the end, ask them any questions that they might want to ask.
Right, yep.
And this one kid at the back, she told me, so you go, any questions? This kid's going, yeah, me. And he goes, nurse, if a midget sleeps with another midget, do they make like a super midget? How good is that?
That's awesome.
I just love it that kid's sitting at home at night just kind of going, it's bearing, there's all this weight on him, just thinking, who am I going to ask? Who am I going to ask? His mum's washing the dishes. Mum, if a midget sleeps, ask your father. I can't deal with this. I don't know what to do.
I'm actually the product of two midgets. I am a super midget. That's who I am.
Are you a super midget?
I am.
Are you going to do anything for Easter?
I'm going to see some comedy festival shows.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. It's that time of year. What else is there to do for Easter? I don't eat chocolate. I'm like a dog. If I eat chocolate, I just... So, yeah. Did that go on a bit long? But no, I'm just going to watch some comedy festival shows, go and see some folks, go and see some good shows. There's some good shows.
What kind of comedy festivals have been?
Oh, God. I saw some good stuff in Adelaide before this. Sammy J in 1999. Give it up for Sammy J. Yep. Another good show I saw was Felicity Ward in Ugly as a Child. That's a good show.
Yep.
Also got to recommend these dudes called Vigilantelope. They're doing a show, Tale of the Golden Lease.
Right.
5 dudes, very slick, very funny stuff. There's heaps of shows, man.
Any?
Oh, there's this Dave guy, Dave Quirk. Have you heard of him? He's great. He's really good.
Yeah,
He's
good
doing
to
a
have
show
you,
called
good to have you,
Feeling
Randy,
Steve
mate.
Bree.
Yeah, I'm getting that,
And
mate.
oh, you're doing a show too, aren't you? Thought.
No, there's a bit of that.
You've definitely got no pants on. You've got no pants on.
I have got no pants on.
Ah, you're crazy.
Stop it. Check this out. I know, it's the sailboat.
It's like an envelope.
I know.
It's just bizarre.
I know. And it's cold in the studio. I can do better than that. But, guys, initially, Randy, it's been real.
Man, it has been, well, real as it can get, you know.
That's exactly right, guys. Give a round of applause for Randy the Puppet.
Thanks for having me back again. Woo!
Guys, I'd like to obviously thank everyone who was on the show. Mike Wilmot was here, told us all about alternatives to Disneyland, which was nice, and why we shouldn't have called the award the Barry. But at the Comedy Festival show, obviously Randy the Puppet, he got down here, and if you want to go check his show out, guys, it is down there at the Portland Hotel. It's worthwhile having a squiz at that. Lou Sands, some lights going crazy up there. Lou Sands and Kelly Festuca were here talking about the Skirt Network, and we had comedy from Carl Chandler, and of course our regular guest, Jess Harris, who all deserves a round of applause, guys. Now, to take us out, we have a band that's played all around Melbourne, including the Birmingham Hotel and supporting TikTok Tokyo at the Curtin Band Room. They're here in our studio tonight. Please put your hands together for I=IT with their song Sore Eyes, Dark Skies. That's an awesome outfit. That was I Equals It with Sore Eyes Dark. You can check them out on their MySpace page or go along to their single launch at the Toad in May. Thanks for watching Studio A. I've been Dave Thornton. We'll be back next week. Good night. That's so good.